This is satire. This is my latest. It's a satire. It was kind of inspired by a particular person on the website I just left, a particular poet, but it's not meant to hurt or offend anybody at all. It's not aimed specifically at any one poet or any one person, but it's like this. The larger your ego, the more seriously you take yourself. And the more seriously you take yourself, the more something like this is going to sting. So, the more it'll hurt. It's up to the person who hears it. We all need to laugh at ourselves. And that's what this is meant to do. It's meant... the whole reason I got into trouble on the website was because I couldn't take it anymore. I had to ask some serious questions, and I had to get people to ask some serious questions, particularly this one person. But this one person has a very, very large ego, and that's okay. So I'm gone. But I apologized, everything. I made a sincere apology, but I'm still getting threatened with lawsuits. People are supposed to come here from U.S. Marshals are coming from San Diego, presumably to take me to federal court in San Diego. This is what I'm told, and because I'm getting sued for slander, and just ridiculous, wild stuff, and I'm guilty of everything according to. But that's the first thing somebody does when they hear something they don't like. They say, "I'm going to sue you for slander." What that actually is a way to limit your ability to express yourself, your ability for free speech. And believe you me, we make if you were to use that standard, then number one, the courts would not have time for anything else, because there would be slander lawsuits out the wazoo. The courts would not have time. Number one. And number two, there would be no freedom of speech, because any little thing you say would be litigable and would be subject to litigation. And so, it's an impossibility, but I have a lot of history with that, in being in the union, so I knew that was bogus. But so, I'm kind of, I'm an old union guy. And what do old union guys do, besides pilfer union funds and misappropriate union funds? Old union guys, they tend to protest, and they tend to go on strike, and they tend to boycott. And that's kind of what I'm doing now. So I was threatened with litigation, and so I'm saying to the people who are threatening me, as Chris Matthews would say, let's play hardball. Bring it on. Let's do the nasty. But anyway, here is this piece. It's called "I Raise My Schlong Proudly." Erotic poetry by KabBALISTIC. That's my name on the old website, because of my my love for Kabbalah and Jewish mysticism. But here it is, and it's basically aimed at erotic poets who use too much, who kind of use eroticism as a crutch, and to impress everybody with their poetic skill and their depth of emotion and all this, and their romanticism, and how horny they are, and how what good lovers they are, and all this other crap. Well, here it is. My dearest Peter, I write erotic poems just because I can, and to remind the world at large that I pop the kootchie regularly. My dearest Peter, I post erotic poems so that I can accumulate flowing critiques of praise and to irrigate the vaginas of married women half my age, impressing them with my vivid erotic imagery as I exclaim, "Here comes my little baldie." Would you like to visit the little man in the boat? Let's take a trip from Istan-BLOW to BUTT-a-pest. What turns me on are goiters, midgets, and whipped cream. Got handcuffs? Who gets tied up today? Hurt me, baby. Write me bad checks. After dinner, we both bump fuzzies. Yes, I do have the Viagra monopoly in Northern California. But it's time to remind you that I got some last night. How studly am I? 2. Dear Peter, my poems can never reveal just what happens when Mighty Casey has struck out. Then it will be a very short list as I pass another worthless evening watching skin flicks and tuning the violin. Did I mention that I got some last night? Except, of course, when I'm forced to sharpen Pinocchio. Did I mention that I'm publishing a new book that includes 27 8x10 colored glossy photos with circles and arrows and a paragraph on the back of each one explaining what each one is to remind each of you that I am the divine life force's gift to younger married women? Of course, you remember that I popped the coochie last night. Did you also know that I am so much more spiritual than you, and that the divine life force is present in my bodily secretions? Thank you for watching. I hope you bore with me. Anyway, this is dedicated to yoga teachers. Thank you. Bring it on! Bring it on! I'm waiting for the federal marshal right here.